What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Overwrite Podcast, a video game podcast that does not care about your save files.
Not one bit.
I overwrite all my saves all the time.
Every day.
I did a bunch over the weekend, actually, which we will talk about.
And you successfally did it.
We're still within the minute.
We still got like 45 seconds.
It's only been 12 seconds. I'm TV's Gage Edwards.
Of course you are.
Of course. And when I'm not trying... Oh, sorry. Even when I'm trying to fight through a hellacious headache that is pushing my left eye out of my brain, I'm here doing this podcast.
Want me to push it back in for you?
I might need it. I'm afraid I'll sneeze and it'll just pop.
And just like
It'll just come out.
It'd be like, you know, in those movies where the guy hits the brakes too hard and bounces his face off the windshield. Be like your eye hitting the glass.
Are you watching movies or like PSAs on drunk driving?
PSAs on drunk driving.
Okay. Don't know what this movie is. I thought you were going to go like a cartoon route where you see like, wow, a hot lady. Ooh, God. And my eyes pop out of my head. I've kind of got that, except it's not as fun.
No.
And
there's no hot ladies.
And they don't retract automatically. It's just I feel like it's popping out. The other voice you hear, of course, is the best, worst gamer in all of video games. His name is Nine.
What's up?
No.
That's all I got this week. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
It's like, hey, here's my friend that you guys don't know yet. What's up?
Oh, hey, cool. Nice to meet you.
I have nothing to say to you new people.
Back on my phone.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Nine, how you been?
I'm good. Aside from the shit, did we make it? We made it. I think we made it.
Yes.
We're going to say we made it this time.
I think we made it by like 4 seconds.
Okay, cool. Aside from the shit day that I had today, not too bad. Not too bad. Had a good weekend. Played some games this weekend. Played some more games today. It's pretty good. I've been gaming a lot more lately, which is nice.
Look at you. Gaming.
I don't get to do that too much.
Look at you being on a gaming podcast and playing some games.
It's like I'm supposed to do this.
It's like I've been doing this for
30-some years.
30-some years of my life. Where it's stuck with me. I can't escape.
It's a crippling crutch.
This is a video game podcast that we do live on this channel, twitch.tv/birdcage_gaming, every Monday, around the 9:40 mark. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later. Be here that day and you'll know. You'll be on top of it.
It's a mystery until you show up.
If you're not into a live show thing, that's totally fine. We have the show on Spotify fixed. Thank you, Spotify. iTunes, YouTube Music, and Amazon Music.
Yeah.
And if the Spotify is replaying the same episodes over and over again, let me know.
I told my friend to let me know because he listens to it every week.
Good. Because I don't know what is going on with Spotify.
Why did that happen again?
It's
that's happened twice now.
Only on Spotify. It works everywhere else.
Everywhere else, it's fine.
But Spotify's like, yeah, we're catching the same episode over and over. I'm like, how?
Why?
The information I send you each week is not the same.
This RSS feed gets updated weekly. It's a new feed every week. Pay attention. Why? You do realize that that's the fastest we've ever actually gotten through the entire intro.
I don't know that we're done talking about nonsense yet.
But that's the intro.
Sure, yeah.
Like, we're done with the intro. You got through the podcast
normally
intro.
I get to the 10-minute mark and like, oh, I guess we should remind people that
this is a podcast. And it's all available on these platforms. That's the fastest we've ever gotten through.
Well, now that Spotify's fixed our podcast, all these new listeners that are going to flood back in are going to know, oh, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
And oh, this is a new episode.
Oh, this is a podcast.
Shocking. I can't believe it.
Right?
I haven't said a damn thing about a game yet.
Nope.
Oh, man. I guess I don't have any nonsensical things to talk about right now.
I don't.
I think it's because I got like
It was a really slow week last week.
Sure. But I also have like you know the enemies in Sonic that have like the drills in their hands?
Yeah.
That's in my brain right now.
Like just one enemy or like a whole room?
Oh, no, it's like
a
cacophony of just Sonic enemies just fucking...
That's a big word, and I'm surprised you used it correctly.
I love cacophony. That's one of my favorite words.
So many people don't use that word correctly.
That's what it sounds like in here. That's what it feels like in here. I'm just waiting for a dumb hedgehog to go in this ear, and then come out, right?
And then you feel better.
I hope. But I'm not certain. I'm not sure what's going to be left after these mole drills are gone. Mr. Drill.
Be like Swiss cheese in the brain.
Sometimes it feels like that anyway.
You probably already are Swiss cheese in the brain.
Sometimes it just
now
feels
that
like
I think about it.
My past experiences led me there. What's up, nerd?
What up, nerd?
Of course, nerds in the chat. Podcast listeners, we're not just saying what's up, nerd, for no reason. Again, this is a live show. 9.
Hey, I'm not muted by default tonight. You see that, right?
Thank God.
I'm glad I looked at that because
you learned
otherwise...
how to stream.
Right?
Finally. I've only been doing this for 6 weeks. 9. I start the show.
A show, like a TV show.
We start this show. I'm going to stumble over a bunch of words tonight. I'm just
Okay.
preparing you.
Gage is not drunk.
I am not drunk. I have the
He
worst
just has-
headache in the world right
he has
now.
a bad headache.
I can't believe I still came here to sit next to you with this headache.
I mean,
And
you
not even
could've-
only sitting next to you, feeding your voice straight into the problem.
Isn't it wonderful?
I don't think it's making anything better, but things haven't gotten worse yet.
That's because I haven't started shrieking yet.
Sure. Nine, of course, the first topic we always go through is the what you playing topic, or what you
Yeah.
been playing. So, Nine, I'm going to start with you, per usual. What you been playing?
So I started playing this new game called Drake Hollow.
Drake Hollow.
It's available on.
I love his song, Hotline
No.
Bling.
Not that.
I'm making dumb jokes
Nope.
here.
Don't like Drake.
How
Drake
close-
Hollow.
Okay.
It's
Go ahead.
a.
I had more.
I'm going to stop you right there. It's a survival. It's your typical survival co-op action adventure type game. It's stupid fun. It's easy. It's accessible. But I'm playing it because my kid asked me about it.
Sure.
It's like, this game looks cool. And I was like, well, download it. You can download it there. I can download it here.
It's a Game Pass game.
It's a Game Pass game.
Okay.
So far, I'm liking it. It's like it's brand new. Like, it hasn't been out, I don't think, a month yet.
Okay.
And I'm thinking it's really cool right now. I haven't gotten to the nitty gritty of it. We only played it for about an hour and a half tonight. So, still building on that.
So fresh.
So, aside from that, we played GTFO on Saturday. That was a lot of dumb fun. That stream was just stupid, but hilarious.
Stupid's a harsh word. I would say stupid.
See, your brain's so dumb right now.
I can't think of another word.
You can't think of another. You can't think of an
I
adjective.
can't have anything. Oh, what a show this is going to be. Ugh.
Gage can't come up with adjectives because his brain
Let's
is
get back
Swiss
to
cheese.
Let's go back to Drake Hollow for a second because I want to talk more about GTFO. Drake
Okay.
Hollow, where does this so far with the hour and a half that you're into it? Because I don't know if anyone else wants to check it out or if I want to check it out. Where does this rank? Like, where does it sit between like things like Minecraft or
So it's not.
Grounded or stuff like that? Or
So I would say it's probably closer to Grounded,
Okay.
where it's more the gather resources, fight off enemies kind of thing. Because Minecraft, nobody plays Minecraft story mode anymore, right? Everybody plays creative mode.
well, survival modes we're talking about. Story mode was the Patton Oswalt voiced.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Nobody plays through the campaign of Minecraft the game, right?
That's a big thing to say when 30 million people are playing it constantly.
But they're playing just like the crafting part, and
I think that's the fun of it.
they're
right?
they're playing like the GTA style maps that people are making with the challenge courses and the
Oh, I haven't
mansion.
even seen those. Yeah,
Oh, dude, they're nuts.
I believe it.
Some of those maps that are in there now are just bonkers. They're cool. My kids got a couple of them. They
Mhm.
got one. You literally start. It's called One Block World. You're standing
On one block.
on one block. You can break it over and over again. It's the only block that regenerates. Every time it regenerates as a different block.
Okay.
So you just have to gather resources through smashing that block over and over again. And then there's other like satellite islands around with different things on them that you can go get.
Sure.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Like it's dumb hard. And my kid has played through it and he loves it. And I was like, I don't see the point, but if you're having fun, cool, man. Have at it. My daughter loves it. She's 7.
I mean, it's kind of feels like the thing where it's like, well, I have this game that I like a lot, and I don't want to try other games because I'm a kid and I don't know anything. So I'm just going to play this game over and over in different ways to get it done.
I have done that several times
Right,
myself
yeah.
as a kid. Like, I mean,
Like,
it's
this
just-
is the game I know.
It's like when we were kids, we would watch the movie, rewind it, watch it again. You know what I mean?
What does rewind mean? I was kidding.
I know you're old enough to know
Yeah,
what rewinding.
I remember VHSs.
I know you know what rewinding a tape means. But so grounded. Drake Hollow is. So I haven't got enough into the story.
Okay.
All I know is that the plants, the natives of the people you're helping are drakes, like mandrakes.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, you know Harry Potter, right?
I don't know him.
No, like you know the world of Harry Potter.
I guess, but what's a no?
Mandrake is like this thing that lives in the ground,
It's a Pikmin.
basically.
Okay.
Yes, that's actually the closest thing to it is a Pikmin.
There you go. Because when I think Drake, I think of dragon. Because of WoW.
That's a different. Yeah, those are different kind of drakes. Yeah, so they're mandrakes. They're called drakes for short.
Call them Pikmin.
Call them Pikmin. They are different. They are different colors too. Actually, there's red, pink, or red, blue, and green in this game that I've seen so far. They don't have different characteristics or anything. They're all just the same stupid little dumb onion-looking guys. Anyway,
Until one of them explodes.
The animals of the world have become possessed through kind of like this Phoenix Rising type enemy, and they're not normally like that. So they're attacking the mandrakes. They usually all live in like harmony, and you're brought there to kind of balance things out again. And to do that, you have to build all these artifacts and craft all these artifacts through resources and shit. I mean, I haven't got that far into the story to know if it's any good story-wise, but the crafting's pretty cool. You get your resources, put your crafting item down, and then the drakes come by and build it for you.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool in that way.
So while you're saving these people from these corrupted animals,
you're also putting them
slave
to
work.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I know I have to save you, but wouldn't you be?
If I'm going to save you, you're going to do all my work for me.
Sweet, thanks, human. Awesome.
Right?
We kind of didn't want this.
Yeah.
We'd rather live in fear than be a slave in fear.
Right. Slave to fear. But so far, it's pretty fun. It's easy. The weapons present themselves like they have a what's the word I'm looking for? Where they break down over time, like as you use them.
Durability.
Thank you. A durability value.
My headache.
But I've been using the same stick the entire time, and I haven't seen the little green bar at the bottom of the thing.
Do you have like
away at all?
Default stick where it's like, this is the stick you have?
You get you get a stick to start with, and that's your weapon. And you find that through the tutorial, you fend off the first 3 enemies, and you're like, oh, cool. And then you get stuff like, I got a pizza paddle as a weapon.
What?
The thing they pull the pizzas out of the oven with?
Yeah.
It's called a pizza paddle.
But why is that out in this Pikmin world?
I don't know.
Like, this used to be
this
used to be New York City.
There's houses and cars, too. Roads and bridges and shit. I mean...
So you live in a apocalyptic wasteland.
It's a weird-ass fucking game.
Where onion people are telling you to help.
It's cool. It's really cool.
Anyway, I buy it, but...
I got a tennis racket. I've got a shotgun. Like, shotguns are one-hit kills on most enemies.
Got a stick, pizza paddle, shotgun.
And a broken tennis racket.
Yeah. I'm loaded.
So it's pretty cool. It's definitely more kid-friendly than, like...
I feel like a lot of those games are, though.
Yeah, it's... For me, it's a nice change of pace from the typical gather resource bullshit like Rust or Ark or what's that other one that people play where you run around naked all the time?
There's like 1,000 games like that.
I think that was Rust, now that I think about it.
Rust was everyone's naked.
Yeah, you start with a stone, and that's it. Yeah, that was Rust, yeah. So it's a different take for me on that. I like that. It's better. It's more accessible. It's just, I mean, it's dumb fun.
Sure.
It's just dumb fun.
I'm glad you found Drake's Hollow.
And, of course, we played some GTFO.
GTFO. Do you have any other games to talk about? Because I want to save GTFO.
No, just those two right now.
So go ahead and talk about GTFO, and then I'll chime in here.
GTFO is fucking hard.
So what's up, Marzi? She says Conan. Conan's another.
Conan, yeah, but they took all the peeners out.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
What's the point of the game?
They took the peeners out.
You could have huge dongers or huge baps, and
they took it all
now you
out.
can't do that?
They took it all out. No, they left the baps.
Of course they left the baps.
I don't understand why they would take one and not take the other.
Give people the peen. You know? Why?
Just give it right back to them.
Let
just
people have
shove
the
it right
peens.
up there.
Well, I don't know.
Careful.
Let's calm it down. I don't want the update to be like, yeah, we shoved the peeners back in the game.
That'd be hilarious. So GTFO, like we found out multiple times now, is just fucking hard.
It is tough.
It's so hard, especially when you only have 3 people. And I think that's what we need to do. I think we need to recruit a 4th person.
Now, that kind of... Because we've talked about this game before. Everyone knows what GTFO is.
Yeah.
You have an objective. You have a team of 4. We have 3. And you have to fight through this.
You have to sneak around, kill the enemies. Don't get caught.
Don't run out of ammo.
Don't run out of ammo.
Don't get hit,
I mean, it's very, very resource limited.
Right. So, something I want to talk about today is just difficulty in video games in general.
Yeah.
Because if we had a 4th person, do you think GTFO would be an easier experience? Because I don't think it would be.
I don't think it would be easier. I think easier, no. Mm-hmm. But we'd have 25% more firepower. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because everybody starts with the base amount of ammo.
Right.
Everybody starts with the base amount of tool ammo. So when you think about it, we could reinforce more doors if 2 people had the Seafoam launcher.
Right.
We could have 3 turrets running and 1 person with a Seafoam launcher. Right there's more firepower right from the get-go. The number of enemies doesn't change.
Number of enemies doesn't change, but like the number of resources you find doesn't change either.
Right, but you have 25% more to start with. So
Sure.
you're given a better advantage.
But when you
From
get
the get-go.
when you get to a point where, let's say something goes wrong and or you're wrong about a setup somewhere. I see the message. I'll read it in a second. We're wrong about a setup somewhere and you get attacked and like, okay, well we'll have to shoot. Like, well, we found 2 charges of ammo and guess what? We have to spread it against 2 people.
Right, and I think that's another part of our problem too is we are not we haven't figured out the best loadouts
Sure.
yet because I mean even the game tells you like this is rundown specific.
Right.
So obviously there's going to be different weapons in the next thing that comes out. I don't know what they call them.
So, whatever update it is. Real quick before we move on. Mars would say it would vary with you guys the level of goofy time. It was a very goofy time.
There was a lot of goofy time on Friday. On Saturday.
Will goofy time be a new notification on this channel soon? Probably.
I hope so.
It might be the $1 donut.
Dude, so I looked into getting T-shirts made.
Okay, I don't want what I said on a T-shirt, but if you want it, you can have it.
Oh no, I'm getting all 3 of us a T-shirt.
Okay.
But I'm gonna have to make them myself because I'm not paying $96 for 3 T-shirts.
Holy shit!
And that was just what you said.
Just the
no
words?
picture. No picture.
Well, I don't know that anyone would print Goofy on a T-shirt.
Well, they would.
Of course they would. They're
But-
not afraid of Disney.
But I think it stands better with just the words.
Get it?
Because I made a template of it with
The Disney
Goofy's
font?
picture in Disney's font. The Disney font did not look good.
Of course it doesn't. You can't read. I for a long time I thought the Disney D was a G.
Yeah, me too. A
was
cursive
like-
G.
I was like, this doesn't make. What's Disney? I don't know what the fuck this is.
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
So difficulty in video games. So you're saying GTFO would
so
be.
we're not talking about what your games you've been playing?
Well, yeah, we're going to transition that way. We're gonna,
Okay,
we're,
okay.
we're doing like this
Okay.
whole hill
Gotcha.
thing.
We're gonna peak in the middle.
Difficulty in video games. You think GTFO would be easier with a 4th person. I think maybe marginally,
I think we could at least finish A1.
probably. So does that mean that GTFO is not inherently a difficult game and is only difficult because it's set up for 4 people out of altogether?
I think that's my argument for GTFO. Yeah,
Okay.
is that it's built around the forced 4-player cooperative mission, which if you go into their Discord, they have a ton of Discord channels set up for 4-player lobbies to get set up. Like they have looking for LFG channels, and then those LFG channels correspond with a group chat channel that everybody in Discord can log into, and you can just go.
Are you
So
telling
like
me they don't?
LFG Group 1 corresponds with LFG Group Chat 1.
Okay.
So when you get all 4 players in an LFG,
Jump in group chat.
you just jump in the group chat. Their Discord is one of the most organized and like well kept, well managed Discords I've seen in a while.
Are you telling me they don't call these channels LFGTFO?
That would be funny.
Right?
That would be funny.
Look at this big brain. That's current.
Maybe you should be their marketing manager.
I could do it for anybody. I could sell them T-shirts that say.
It's goofy time.
Well, it didn't say that.
No, but that's what I was going to say on the back.
So, but other video games. So you yourself play a lot of hard games.
I do enjoy the hard game.
What is it about difficulty now that is a selling point for a video game? Because obviously, I think one of the key things for GTFO is its difficulty and people getting in on that.
So I actually had this exact conversation with a friend of mine over the weekend.
Okay, perfect. Not me.
Sunday afternoon, as a matter of fact. We were discussing the fact that, so we were talking, he's been playing Super Smash Brothers with his kids a lot. And, like, he doesn't play to his level because his kids are, like, 5 and 3.
Sure.
So he just wants them to feel good and win every now and then. So sometimes he just stands there and just spins in circles and occasionally hits the button.
You know what I would do?
And the kids win.
I would kick the shit out of those guys.
And then the kids start getting rowdy and saying, "Oh yeah, we beat Dad. Oh yeah, look at us, we beat Dad."
Stop
and then
talking, motherfucker. Put it back in.
and then Dad's like, "You know what? Let's go."
Yeah, that's what I would be doing.
And he turns on the real skill and just wipes the floor with them, right?
Yeah, that's what I would do anyway.
And so we got to talking about, how older video games were inherently hard by default. Like they didn't have a difficulty selection. And we got on this topic because he's like, my kids started playing Super Mario Brothers 3 through the Nintendo Online service.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Dad, this game is hard. Why is this so hard?" And we're just like, well, this is just the way games were back then.
Right.
Right? And I said, games over time progressively got easier through the choice of difficulty. Right?
Sure. Not all games have difficulty
Not all
sliders now.
not all games have difficulty sliders. You're right. You're absolutely right. Most games do.
Okay.
Now they do. But back when I was growing up and all I had was Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Genesis, you didn't get a difficulty selection except for maybe on a handful of games.
Right. Now, I think that's got to be a point to get people ingrained in video games. Like, we want, entry points for people of all skill levels because we want different people playing our games.
And I understand it now. You know what I mean? Like,
You're awoke.
My brain is firing in like 15 different directions. But I played all those games as a kid, right? I inherently had to deal with impossible boss fights, impossible challenges in games like Mega Man. I've never beaten a Mega Man game.
Really?
Because they're so fucking hard.
And Mega Man's not... Well, Mega Man's hard in its own way because it's a precision platformer.
It's a pixel-perfect platformer.
Yeah.
About 90% of it's
you
pixel
can play it that way, but you can be pretty loose with some of the
You can be loose. I mean, you can take your time and get through Mega Man. That's not me. I like to go as quick as possible through platformers.
Sure, but that's part of the problem, though. So
that's part of my problem. You're absolutely right.
Patience is not a difficulty slider, but it's something that we want to do because we want to see the end of it. We want to get through it.
Right.
We want to be on to the next level.
Right.
So our own inability to be patient is difficult.
But that's part of the difficulty of games like Mega Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I got some thoughts on that, Mario.
I want to go Sonic fast in a Mega Man game.
Sonic, it's dumb. You're like, you're for the fastest thing in the world. But to get through the level, you got to be patient and wait. I don't want to wait. I'm the fastest thing in the world.
No, you can.
There's a lot, but like if you want to play Sonic the right way and get everything, it's about landing on stuff at the right time that aren't synced up to when you're running.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's you got to know the path. You got to know the perfect path through every level if you want to get everything there is to offer in that game.
Disgusting.
Anyway, back to like Mega Man and patience and all this stuff. Back then, when I was a kid, I had a lot more patience. Like I took the time to beat the games. Like the first game I ever beat on my own was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Okay.
Like on the original Nintendo. That was the first game I ever beat on my own.
Okay.
All right. Now, granted, by the time I had my Nintendo, Mario Brothers and Mario Brothers 2 were already out and available. I had Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt when I got my console, and then Super Mario Brothers 3 came out shortly after I got it, and we bought that because I loved the first one so much.
Sure.
And my parents didn't know anything about video games. They didn't know
fine.
there was a second one. They're just
$60
like, oh, it's a third game. Just fucking buy it. Whatever. So Super Mario Brothers 3 was the first game I ever beat as a kid, and I was like 6 or 7 years old when I did that.
Okay. I don't remember Mario Brothers 3 being hard.
I don't remember as a kid it being hard.
Mm-hmm.
Playing it now, the game's still fucking hard.
Have you played it now?
Yeah.
Recently?
Yeah.
Can we stream that tonight and see if it's hard? You have your Switch? Do you have your online service still?
The Switch is there, but you didn't bring your Pro controller, so I don't know that it's the best idea because my controllers suffer from severe Joy-Con drift. Well, not Joy-Con drift, but the disconnection thing because there's so much electronic equipment. But I'm not opposed to playing it one night.
Sure. Just to see.
Just to see. But I also played original Zelda, which you cannot argue is not a difficult game.
Right.
You die, you start the whole fucking game over again.
Did the first Zelda not have saves?
Not that I can remember.
Oh, I thought you could save in the first Zelda.
If you could, I never knew how to do it.
But either way, but like Zelda, the difficulty for Zelda is you don't know what you're doing. You kind of you don't have a lot of direction.
There's no direction.
I mean,
it's just
things you can talk to, but you're just kind of
take the sword,
by yourself, right?
Go kill a bunch of shit.
Sorry, so nerd saying hold up. Yeah, you could say. Yeah, I thought Zelda was.
I didn't know that as a kid though, because again, it's not a game that handholds and tells you what to do.
Right, that is something.
So
about
as
Zelda.
a kid, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So the difficulty for Zelda is like,
and I mean,
you're in this world.
I was used to that because Super Mario Brothers 3 you couldn't save, Super Mario Brothers you couldn't save.
Right.
So to me, it wasn't anything different.
The argument for Mega Man and Zelda, I would say, because again, as a kid, I didn't think they were that difficult, but also I couldn't just turn off Mega Man and play something else. All I had was Mega Man.
Right.
So
you only had a handful of games when you were a kid.
I was like, well, I already beat the Mario games. I don't fucking play those again. With Mega Man, you beat a level, you get a power up to help you against another boss, right?
But you don't know what boss
Right. So that's part of
the mystery
figuring it out.
of figuring it out. Yeah.
With Zelda, it's also beating a boss or going through a dungeon, getting a new item,
Right.
beating that boss, and then it's like opening up the rest of the world.
There's certain things you can't do, like you can't do Dungeon 4 because you don't have the item from Dungeon 2 yet.
Right.
So you have to go through Dungeon 2 to get the item from the boss to go through Dungeon 4.
Right. With Mario, you're at the mercy of what's on the screen
Right.
for difficulty. So it's like, okay, well, how fast do I want to do this? When do I jump? I guess I can get power-ups to help me along, but really it only feels like a buffer for a shield kind
Right.
of thing. So it's not like this amazing benefit that I have, but it
Yeah.
does help.
Yeah.
Of course, you can damage boost too. But compare that to today's game. I mean, you play all these Souls games.
Yeah.
Where do they stack up?
So
Because, again, a Souls
So-
game,
so-
no difficulty.
So as we were talking with my friend and I were discussing the difficulty of video games, he was telling his kids, yeah, like these games are hard because these kids are used to playing games that have difficulty selections.
Mm-hmm.
They're not inherently used to this is what you get. You have to adapt to this specific situation,
Right.
right? That's kind of why I like playing the Souls games because I grew up in an environment where I had to adapt to the game's difficulty on my own.
Okay.
Like I have beat Super Mario Brothers. I have beat the original Zelda. I have beat Super Mario Brothers 3. I have beat Link to the Past on my own. All these without strategy guides, mind you.
Look how impressed I am.
I know you're not. You don't fucking care. But
I don't know. I've seen you play games. I'm kind of impressed.
then right? Young 9 was much better at video games than old 9.
Sure.
I mean, I used to win first-person shooter competitions when I was a kid. I couldn't do that now.
High school was tough on you, wasn't it?
Middle school. Middle school. So that's why I'm drawn to like the Souls games.
Mhm.
Like I want that. Here's what you get. Figure out how to get through it.
Okay.
And that, I mean, usually when I play a game, like right now playing Miles Morales, I put it on the dumbest, hardest difficulty. I'm mad at it
Yeah.
because it's so fucking hard.
I can't put myself through that stress.
But I'm enjoying it for different reasons.
Sure.
Like it's not just something that I'm like, oh wow, I sat down and beat that in 2 hours. That wasn't difficult. Now if I put it on easy mode, I probably could have beat it in a couple hours.
Yeah, you could have.
I could have
Kinda
easily
hard game.
beat it through it in like 4 hours. Easy. I guarantee it. I beat God of War 1 in 2.5 hours. One time.
Damn.
2.5 hours. And that's a fresh save file. That's not like after you get all the unlocks and go through
New
that
Game
way.
Plus kind of thing.
Yeah, I put it on dumb easy, got in my rhythm, and just went. In the remastered edition, that's actually a trophy because that was one of the speedrunners got the title of the trophy. Like it was his name, like the speed of Jason whatever.
Sure.
Fun
Fun fact.
fact. Anyway, I think he like passed away from something, and
well,
they
now
did
I'm
it as
an
an honor.
asshole.
No,
Yeah,
you're not an asshole. I mean, you are an asshole, but that doesn't inherently make you an asshole. It's the 900 million bad things you said before that.
It's been a good streak.
It's a pretty good streak. So that's to me why I go back to playing them because it makes me feel like I'm actually being challenged in a game again.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of games today don't challenge people. For me, it challenges my mental capacity as well. Because I'm like, all right, how can I figure out how to get around this situation?
Okay.
And some people, they're just like, they're inherently like, okay, if I do this, I do this, I do this, great, it works, done. Me, I like to look at the situation from every viewpoint. I like to analyze each weapon. I like to analyze different, spells and all this other shit. And some people are just like, just fucking swing the sword and go. This
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah.
You're just like swing the sword and go.
That's why it takes you a year to beat a game.
Only Final Fantasy VII.
Forever.
You want to talk about Witcher 3? I've been playing that one for 5 years.
Another one. I mean, I haven't beat that either because it just is too much. I'm just over it.
Over it.
Just over it.
Dunzo.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of these difficulty sluts. So I don't get
Never
into
called a
it.
slut. I kind of like it.
I like jumping into a game. I put games on easy. I put them on medium. I don't care. I just like to enjoy what the game is, and if I like the game, I'll go back and do it on a harder difficulty.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't get it. Like I don't get this beat myself up forever playing Doom on Ultra Nightmare.
Oh, I can't do that.
Spike.
I
mode or
can't do
whatever.
the Ultra Nightmare stuff on
Yeah,
Doom. And then I watch people speed run that, and I'm just like, how?
No, I can't do it. I'm not interested in doing it. I know there's like
Pass.
there's like when you watch speedrunners do it, it's like okay, there's tricks to it. There's exploits you can do
Yeah,
with these things.
But I mean, watch a 100% Ultra Nightmare speed run.
yeah, no, it's okay.
That's ridiculous.
yeah, I mean, at that point, it is just rhythm, right? It's knowing
Knowing when to use what weapon on what enemies and
where things are. At
knowing
the time.
exactly
Yeah.
when things reset and recharge, so you know exactly when you've got a grenade, exactly when you've got flamethrower, exactly when you can do this, that, and the other thing. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Can't do it.
I ain't got that kind of time and patience, man.
Would you say games are harder now or harder then?
Depending on the type of game. RPGs, I think, are a lot easier now. RPGs give you a lot more breadth of options than they used to back in the day.
Yeah, I think the
And when I'm saying like RPG, I'm talking games like Zelda. And I guess technically Zelda is an action RPG.
Sure. Yeah.
Because not really stat improvements
I'd say
so
that.
much.
Yeah.
But then you have like, so Zelda NES, I think, is way harder than Breath of the Wild. Arguably so.
Okay. I mean, I don't think Breath of the Wild was a difficult game at all.
I don't think it was a difficult game at all. But Zelda NES, I would argue, is a difficult game.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm in that camp.
You know what I mean? But like, first-person shooters, I'd say those are getting harder compared to their predecessors. Because they're getting more realistic AI, you're getting better enemy movements, better enemy patterns.
Well, a lot of first-person shooters and a lot of third-person shooters back in the day, because I'm playing a top-down shooter right now from 1998, where it's like, okay, well, I don't really have to aim. If I just hit the button, the enemy that's on screen will die. You know?
Yeah.
It's so like to be able to have full control over everything within your movement range. Of course, they're getting harder because
Exactly.
things are just in different spots on the screen.
What's up, J-Star?
Let's go on J-Star. Mars agrees with you about, I think, the RPGs.
Well, about the category of games.
Sure.
Yeah, so it depends on the type of game you're playing. Platformers, I think they are way harder today.
Way harder today.
Way harder today.
Okay.
Because we have games like Ghost Runner. That game is fucking hard.
You're not a patient gamer, though.
I'm not a patient gamer.
So
but,
maybe that's
but
your
Ghost
problem.
Runner is not about being patient.
Sure.
Ghost Runner is literally about doing it as fast as possible. I mean, Ghost Runner is literally built around the idea of moving through a level as fast as possible.
What do you think you could beat first? The Ghost Runner playthrough or a Mega Man playthrough?
Ghost Runner.
See? Okay. When did Mega Man come out? Forever ago.
I think, you know what? I take that back. I bet I probably could beat a Mega Man game now.
I would love to see you play Mega Man 2 or 3 on here.
All right, let's make it happen.
Okay.
Get a Retron.
No. The game wouldn't play.
That's
Things
true.
are garbage.
That's true. Honestly, I'm not 100% certain which one I could beat first. I mean,
Right, until
to
you
get down
actually
to brass
do it, until
tacks,
you
I
do it.
really don't know because I've only played about a third of the way through Ghost Runner, and
So you haven't seen like the really.
I haven't seen everything the game has to offer.
Right.
I've seen everything Mega Man has to offer through watching various speed runs and playing different levels because you could pick whatever level you want to start in
Okay.
Mega Man.
Yeah.
And I've done that. I've played through all the first levels of Mega Man 1. I just don't know where I would end up.
Why do people keep throwing out these dumb bets for me in stream? I still haven't worn the wings on stream because we just haven't gotten them.
I just haven't
Haven't
got
done
to.
it. So Marzi says if you beat a Mega Man game, I have to dress as Goofy on stream
I don't even like this bet.
because that means you have to play a Mega Man game.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The incentive for me is pain. The incentive for you is nothing.
Marzi will consider it. Put it in the bank of ideas.
There's a big bank right now.
Of course, nerd, you don't get to lurk and then shine in for that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of fucked up.
Get out of here.
I will say I think games are easier now, and I think that's because I think just the overall consensus will say it's easier now because you could really pick and choose exactly what you want to play when you want to play it. So
Yeah.
everyone's not ingrained or not introduced to the same difficult games at the same time.
Right.
It's not like when Mega Man comes out or Mega Man 2 comes out, it's like, well, everyone's playing Mega
This is
Man.
the only game you have.
Yeah. That's
to
the only
play.
game most people have.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, 8 games are coming out every day. So
Yeah.
pick and choose. You get to do whatever you want.
I mean, gaming as an entertainment industry is the largest entertainment industry in the world.
Yeah.
It's bigger than movies. It's bigger than TV. It's bigger than music.
Well, I think 2020 was the first year it was that because everything was shut down when video games came out and they're just selling like crazy.
I mean, they're just dumb popular right now.
So
and they're everywhere. They're on your phone.
Well, sure. I mean,
like you can get first-person shooters on your phone now.
I know.
Like
I'd play them on there.
you can get racing games on your phone now.
Trust
like
me.
quality racing games, not just the dumb Ridge Racer 17X Speed Drift 2.
Are you gonna shit on Ridge Racer right now?
No.
I've never played one.
I've played one Ridge Racer, and that was the PS3 one. I think it was
The one
Ridge Racer
everyone
7. Yeah, I think it was Ridge Racer 7.
Let's continue. The games I've been playing.
So yeah, what have you been playing?
GTFO, obviously, which
No.
I think I do like GTFO, but I do think there's something about it where it's like we want to make a hard game, and I think the difficulty of that game relies on you don't have your resources.
Well, I think that's the other thing is you guys make fun of me for doing science time.
No, I
Getting
love
all my
Science Time. Science Time also gives me and Ian a chance to run around and just bullshit.
Yeah, and when I go to do science time, because I know you guys are just fucking off and doing shit without me,
We're usually doing like sprint strats.
I'm just like, all right, well, I'm just looking for the objective, because if I don't, these two idiots are going to get so bored they're going to leave me here to die on my own.
Sometimes happens anyway.
Sometimes it happens anyway. But I think that's the other thing we need to do is we need to start looking for all the resource boxes and get the ammo packs, the health packs, and everybody needs to have one of those three things.
Right.
A tool refill, an ammo refill, and a med pack.
Yeah, I mean it's a survival game where it's like, okay, we get a little bit of ammo here and there.
But
you really got to pick and choose what you want.
And at the same time, it forces you to do things at an escalated level at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to complete the level, you have to do the difficult part of this map.
Level
Like you don't have a
3
choice.
door, level 4 door, whatever.
Yeah. So it inherently forces you to increase the difficulty.
Yeah. But by that time, you've got nothing. You're like, all right, well, I don't have any ammo, so try this. So I've been playing GTFO with you and Ian. Great stream.
That might become like a once a month kind of deal.
Okay, fine.
You don't like this idea?
No, I like that idea. I thought you were going to say more.
No. I mean, if you want to do more, we could do more.
No. I've also been playing, because we've been talking about it on here a little bit.
Yeah.
I went back and started a new playthrough of Twisted Metal Black.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Sweet.
Because I own it.
Through the PS Now?
I own it on PS4, and I just play it on PS5.
They have it on PS4?
Yeah, it's like $10. I think I told you that last week.
I guess we're going to be playing some Twisted Metal Black tonight.
Okay.
Play
Play
some
that.
co-op.
I started a new playthrough. Played as Spectre because I like the faster cars.
Spectre's great.
Spectre's great.
I love Spectre Special.
Well, yeah, because it's a homing missile. So
Yeah.
it
You can't
works
miss.
out. The thing,
I mean, you can, but...
the conversation we had recently was, what does a Twisted Metal game look like now?
Yeah.
And I definitely think the formula needs to change because, like, playing that, I mean, obviously it's a PS2 game, and I love that when you play a PS2 game, you go, "That's a PS2 game."
Oh, yeah. You know damn well it's a PS2
I
game.
recognize that engine and those clay models. Like, that is a PS2
Yeah.
ass cutscene.
Why do these trees look like they were cut out of plastic?
Why is there
Because they probably were.
no scenery?
Yeah.
But, like, driving around in that game as a game that is, I mean, first
Primarily a driving game.
driving game is not super fluid.
No.
And it's kind of, and like Twisted Metal Black's one of the better ones.
Yeah. Twisted Metal Black, by definition, is the best.
That's subjective.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Everything's subjective when you think it's like, oh, is it good or bad?
No.
Yeah.
Twisted Metal
that's
Black.
what
Twisted
that
Metal Black
is.
is the best game. Not that garbage PS3 title.
I love that PS3 game.
The game is trash.
But I won't play it because I won't play it on the PS Now because I know it just
because it's trash.
no, it's because it needs
Even Sony's like, look,
precision.
this game sucks so bad, let's just put it on PS Now.
The only thing that sucks about the game is the weird, unsettling like FMV cutscenes. I'm like, okay, this is really too real for me.
It's all snuff film type stuff.
Don't want to see this like deleted scene from the movie 7 where I get to see the things happen.
Or 8mm.
Sure, I don't know what that is.
That's a Nicolas Cage movie about a snuff film.
You know how many Nicolas Cage things I've seen in the last couple of days doing that fucking...
Probably more
Say
than you
too
get.
much
I
Nicolas
watched
Cage.
Ghost Rider last night.
Okay, I'm moving on. But like Twisted Metal Black doesn't feel good. So like
No.
I want to say they not that they have to reinvent
The wheel?
driving. and figure of speech, reinvent that kind of gameplay for a new Twisted Metal if they make one. But I definitely think they need to borrow some engine stuff from either like whatever Forza's got going on. Of course, they won't because
use the Gran Turismo engine.
They could use the Gran Turismo engine, but also I think like the levels that they do should lend themselves more to a little bit more, I guess, arena driving. You know how like Destruction All Stars just has a nice loop to it, and that's good. But like these old Twisted Metal games are kind of almost platformers.
Yeah.
Because there's like different places you can go, things you can jump to, things you can find. But that doesn't make for like a good
level.
A good level
for a car game.
Right away. It also doesn't make good for like a good driving feeling because like it's a lot of stop and go. It's like I got stuck here, I got to turn around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean at the same time it's a demolition derby game, so maybe you need those things to get away from these other cars.
Right.
So I think there needs to be a better balance there because these Twisted Metal Black levels,
so
not amazing.
Twisted Metal should almost take I'm gonna throw this out here and
go ahead.
Let me know what you think. Twisted Metal should almost take Burnout Takedowns approach to things, where you have this huge open city, and there's jumps and platforms and stuff that you can get to if you position your car right, but it doesn't feel like you have to do those things. Is that where you're going?
Kind of, and Burnout's a racing game.
Right, Burnout's a racing game, but but think about this. If you took away the racing element of Burnout, but kept all the takedown mechanics of it,
okay,
and put weapons in there, you'd have Twisted Metal Takedown.
Yeah, and I agree, J-Star. Burnout was a great game. Twisted Metal,
Burnout was great.
Except Twisted Metal 4? I don't know. Twisted Metal 1 is not a good game either. But
without Twisted Metal 1, you wouldn't have Twisted Metal at all.
Sure, but go back and play Twisted Metal. Go watch the cutscenes for Twisted Metal 1.
Oh, they're bad.
Terrible.
They're so bad.
I would almost say license out Psyonix's engine for Rocket League.
Okay.
Because I think that is one of the
art
smoothest
style
arcadey racing games outside of Forza that exists. Of course, you take the soccer out of it, but like I bet it doesn't Rocket League have like a level creator?
I don't know.
I feel like it does.
I haven't played Rocket League in years.
Same. But I feel like that engine can really lend itself to like a quick a quick combat game because you can put little machine guns on there. You can put there's fucking power-ups in the game already.
Yeah.
So that just will lend itself over to a Twisted Metal game, no problem. I think that's what it needs to be. It just needs to be like cars going fast all the time. Twisted Metal, obviously, you got heavier cars that are slower and stuff. So
yeah, but they have better armor.
So I definitely think that like Twisted Metal can't be what Twisted Metal was.
Oh no,
it needs to be.
It has to
totally
change.
Remade.
It has to change.
Totally remade. But I still like it. I still like Twisted Metal Black.
Love Twisted Metal Black.
I forgot that was the game where Spectre's a girl who's like hot, but no one likes her.
Yeah.
She's like, everyone calls me ugly. And I'm like,
because Spectre's usually the Hollywood star, right?
He'd
the actor?
usually been the actor.
Yeah.
I feel like he was the actor.
Because in 2, I remember he was the actor that wanted to like be like the best actor ever or something, or win some award.
The most popular actor or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Of course.
The Twisted Metal 2 cutscenes are awesome because they're all comic strip style. And I love it.
Twisted Metal 3 and 4, I think, were the better ones to me.
Yeah.
Just because, like, Twisted Metal Black, they look terrible.
They did the full CG thing.
They look like an episode of fucking Big Bang Beetleborgs. Like, or,
Beetleborgs is great, though.
Beetleborgs is not great.
Beetleborgs is fantastic.
They look like Twisted Metal Black cutscenes look like the iPhone 65 video for Blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
1000%. So like the games of the PS1, the animations are pretty limited, but like they're better for that engine, and I think they look a lot better. And then like I just like Calypso having a huge tower. Yeah. But also I like when Sweet Tooth took over and Sweet Tooth is the one. Mm-hmm. Somehow those PS1 games look better than the PS2 Twisted Metal Black. Like it just does.
So is the Twisted Metal Black on PS4? Is it the PS3 remastered version or is it just the PS2 version?
I want to say it's the PS2 version.
I'm not going to buy it then.
I'm not totally sure.
Because the PS3 remastered version was way better looking.
I mean, we can look it up before we do anything. The other game, still playing through, Metal Gear Solid. The top-down shooter.
Oh, yeah. I was like, top-down shooter from 1998.
Honestly, I could just like...
It's more like a 75-degree...
Yeah, it's not
top down.
1,000%. I mean, there's other scenes in the game where you're adjacent.
There
to.
are top-down scenes in the game.
I guess the stuff I was just doing recently is top-down stuff because I just got past Liquid Snake's helicopter fight.
Oh, it's such a cool fight.
Such a cool fight.
It's such a cool fight. So that means you're coming up on the Psycho Mantis fight.
I'm past Psycho Mantis fight.
Or you're past the Psycho Mantis
Psycho
fight.
Mantis was a little earlier.
So how did that work on the PC with everything?
So they totally cut out the part where he reads a memory card.
Oh.
So it's just not in the game. And I was like, damn, I really wish he would have looked through something or like try and like.
So how did it work with controller inputs then?
So I play with a controller.
Right.
The way to beat him, you got to play keyboard.
Oh.
And you should have seen me like put down the controller and I'm using the arrow keys. I'm like, what the fuck is the action button? What's the weapon? I have to go in the menu. I'm like, okay, it's fucking come out. And I'm like, I'm fucking, this sucks. I hate this. But then like, he's like, I can't read you. I'm like, all right, it's working.
It's working.
I'm mad.
It's going to take me 6 weeks to beat this, but it's working.
It only took me the one try because it's just a longer fight. You just have to chase Psycho Mantis around and not let Meryl kill herself.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sorry.
That fight was fine. The Sniper Wolf fight is like right after that.
Mm-hmm.
Totally fine.
Which is a fun fight.
It's a fun fight. That's the annoying fight because you have to backtrack almost the whole game to get the sniper rifle, which I'm never a big fan of, but that's part of it.
No.
And then after that, you do all the other shit. You get the wolves. You do the torture scene. Torture scene sucks still.
What?
Yeah, it's never been good.
Now, are you playing with an Xbox controller?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it have the Xbox prompts on the screen?
So I've reconfigured it to how I want to play or a modernized layout button layout. So like the game will tell you the original like press circle and press circle.
Right.
But the subtitles will say like press action button. I'm like, okay, which one was that's X for me, whatever. So like on the screen it said press action button. I was like, okay, I'm gonna hit the action button a bunch of times, or I can give up and just end the game.
Yeah.
Totally fine. The part that was annoying, the torture scene, is when you actually do that, you do the catch-up part where you act like you're dead and the guard comes in. I don't remember being this stupid where when the guard comes in, you have to get up and knock him out.
Yeah.
For some reason, just it's like, all right, I got up and the guard was like, oh, shot me, knocked me down, ran out the room. I fucking had to do the torture scene again. I was like, fucking A.
The whole torture scene.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Fucking stupid.
That super sucks.
But
I'm sorry.
I'm past it now. Don't have to do it anymore. So yeah, done the liquid.
Still a great game.
Done the liquid fight. I don't know what I'm coming up on, if I'm being honest.
After liquid, I don't know.
Yeah, I forget who's
Ocelot,
next.
maybe?
Well, I fought Ocelot and his hands got cut off, so.
All right, so it can't be Ocelot then. Can't be the Metal Gear fight. That's the last fight of the game.
Oh, I had the second Sniper Wolf fight, I think. Because I've already fought her once. I'll fight her again.
Where did you fight her?
Well, I fought her in the first alleyway where she's on the catwalk.
So now you're coming up on the woods fight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's where I'm at.
All right, so that's it. That's what you've been playing.
I think so. Let me go ahead and cruise through whole list here because again, I keep a list of everything I'm playing.
Right.
Every single thing. Oh, and then I did the Pokemon Silver randomizer.
Oh yeah.
Which was a lot of fun. Which I'll keep doing on stream. Which I'm very excited to play more of. Because Pokemon randomizers, as bullshit as they can be, and as fucked up as some stuff gets, awesome. Awesome. Were you in there when my Pokemon evolved?
No, because my stream. So I had it up on my phone, and my Twitch app has been hit or miss lately.
Great. It sounds like Twitch.
Just the Twitch app, like Twitch through the website, never have any issues with. Twitch app on the phone, broke as fuck. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And so when I sent that first message, when I said I was there, my Twitch app literally broke.
Oh.
Like it just shit all over itself. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck this shit.
Fuck it.
So, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. Had to send a message.
But yeah, Marzi says Pokemon randomizers can be either hell or hella fun or absolute hell. Agreed.
Yeah, so like see how this, I can move the preview window around. Like a lot of phones have this nowadays. It got stuck down here.
Oh.
I couldn't see anything. If I touched it, it just automatically closed it.
Huh.
Like down here. So I was like, you know what? And I couldn't get the app to open it up through the normal channels to where it was like this. So I could see the chat and everything. So I was like, fuck this. I'm just
fucking done with
I'm
it.
done.
I had a Nidoran evolve into a Croconaw.
So they evolved into a completely different Pokemon?
Yeah.
Is it supposed to do that?
Yep. And like,
So if you evolve your...
if I evolve my Pokemon,
So did your coughing ever evolve?
not yet. I'm not there yet.
So it might evolve into something completely
Totally
stupid.
different. Could be.
It might go backwards a step.
Yeah, could be. It could evolve into a Caterpie, for all I know. So like when it
Evolves
happened,
into a Metapod.
So what happened,
That'd be fantastic.
I forget. It was either Nerd. Yeah, I think it was Nerd. She was
So
like, "What the fuck's going on?" I was
So-
like, "Yeah,
so-
it's a randomizer."
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Does it randomize the abilities it has when it evolves too? Or does it keep the original
It
evolutions?
keeps the original moves that it had. So then so now that my Croconaw is a water type, evolved from a grass poison type, now into a water type. Now it has grass poison type. I'm like, okay, this sucks because I'm not getting any modifiers.
You're not going to remember that.
Right. So I think when Croconaw levels up, and I think I'm saying that wrong, but whatever. When that thing levels up, I'll get the water moves. But when that thing has a third evolution, so when it gets to like level 36 or whatever, 35, we looked it up, it'll
35.
evolve into something else. So it could have water moves and evolve into a fire Pokemon.
This sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm
And we
loving this idea.
We ran into, I think when Nerd was there too, we ran into like back-to-back water Pokemon, and I had a grass, I have like a whole team of grass Pokemon right now.
So you're just raping these water Pokemon.
However, these water Pokemon for some reason have like Flame Blast and Firestorm and all this shit. I'm like, why do you guys have all these fire moves? I'm getting my ass kicked by something I should be
But
kicking its ass.
they're still getting the modifiers for damage from your water Pokemon or your grass Pokemons, right?
So the fire move gets a 2-time on me because it's my weakness.
The fire move gets a 2-time on you, but you get 2 times on them because
Because
they're
it's
weak to
they should be weak
grass.
to my moves, right? But still, if I don't get to go because they knock me out with one hit of a
Right.
fire spin or whatever the hell, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
So I'm like, because all the Pokemon moves random,
yeah.
everything's random.
I love this. This sounds fantastic.
It is.
I want to
fun.
get Dark Souls on the PC and play through the Dark Souls randomizer.
Yeah.
Especially after talking to Ian.
Yeah, ask
Because
Ian. He'll set it up.
That game, I just love that game anyway. And playing that game with random everything just could be so much more fun.
Well, that's why I'm having a lot of fun with the because Pokemon's Pokemon. I've played Pokemon Silver a billion times.
Right.
With doing the randomizer stuff. Like when did were you in there when I didn't get the Umbreon?
When you killed it by accident?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Because it got poisoned and died immediately. That's when I was sending the message, and it just decided to drop the thing down in the corner.
like that wouldn't happen because Umbreon sought after Pokemon, which would have helped me a lot, right? Wouldn't have happened in a normal playthrough because you can't get an Umbreon there. Can't catch a wild Umbreon, I don't think. But to see that happen, I'm like, I really want this Pokemon. I accidentally poisoned it. It's dead. So like shit like that's really. It's just randomizer is the way to play things for Pokemon at least, especially if you played them once.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marzi. Yeah, the Pokemon evolve into random. So I'm wondering. I haven't figured this out yet. I'm wondering if it goes back in an evolution, like if I get a third evolution on something,
And it
level
goes
30,
backwards.
and it goes back to like a first stage evolution thing.
If the next time it levels up, it'll evolve again.
Yeah, I wonder if it does that. It must, but I don't know for
It
sure.
might.
Because we were having the conversation, like, what if this cool thing I have evolves into like a Magikarp and I'm fucked, you know?
Yeah, because how do you get Magikarp to evolve? Got to get to level 100.
Level 20.
Oh, it evolves at level 20?
It's either 20 or 25, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But if you're
I
already
don't know.
past a certain point past that,
yeah, but
it
if I'm
stops
already like level
evolving.
30 and it levels up to level 31 as a Magikarp, does it just evolve? I'll have to see. I'm playing again on Wednesday, so
I'm gonna watch on Wednesday because I need to see this insanity.
it's so stupid.
That's fine. I'm okay with stupid.
I'm very happy with it.
Mars
I'm
just says,
glad
yeah, that's how it should work.
Normally it should. Yeah, we'll see. We will see, but be here Wednesday for that.
Cool.
Yeah, J-Star was here. Says it was great. Perfect. Yeah. What a great stream that was, too.
Just had good streams last
Can't
night.
believe that Umbreon died. I'm so mad.
It was only level 3.
Yeah, but I wanted the fucking Umbreon. And I found, because the items are random, I found an XP share, like the first item I found in the game. So, like, when one Pokemon gets XP, it shares it with the other one. So I can level up like crazy.
Okay. Cool. Sounds like fun.
Now let's talk about a few things.
Let's talk about some things.
One, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart.
Goofy time?
Our good no. Oh God, Goofy time is reserved for the weekends. It is Monday. It's business time. A
So
friend,
is it okay for Friday?
Yeah.
Do you get
Go ahead. Here, talk to me about
Sidebar.
your weekend thing.
sidebar? Is Friday the weekend or is Saturday and Sunday the weekend?
Friday after work is the weekend.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know. You can continue on now. I'm done. Is Sunday night the start?
Something near and dear to my heart and our heart, a good friend of ours, Kyle Seeley, announced that his game Emily is Away 3 has a release date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that is coming out on April 16th.
So that's soon.
Yeah, it's about a month away.
Is it up for pre-order on Steam yet?
You can add it to wish list, but
That's-
I couldn't pre-order it earlier. But I have a feeling like I don't need to pre-order it. Just saying.
Do I need to pre-order it?
Probably.
Fuck you.
But I mean, if it's on my library, you're
That's
fine.
true. I still want it anyway. So
Yes, J-Star Emily Away is a great game. Absolutely. Emily
Oh, dude, we are one. Why is that up there? I did not click on that. My store gets into weird places. You ever had that where the store just comes up to a random game?
No.
No. Okay,
Emily is probably because you post porn.
that's true.
Emily is Away 3. We played years ago now. Did you spell Emily right?
EMLI.
Yeah. Played it. When did we play it? 2018, I think, at PAX East. And
Yeah.
and of course, I'm friends with Kyle
There
now
it is.
through this game, and very excited to get my hands on the
Still
full release.
mad about the fucking T-shirt.
Yeah, I
you didn't
know.
even try.
I-
You
I-
didn't even try.
Well, because I didn't want to be greedy or anything. I didn't want to be like, hey, thanks for the free shirt. Give me another. And I didn't even ask for, like, I mean, I don't have the game yet or anything. They just announced the release date on it. And I messaged him afterward. I was like, hey, congrats, man. I'm really excited. I'm very, very happy for you. And then really excited to play your game. He's like, yeah, man, I'll send you a key when I get a chance. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, dog. So I told him, I was like, I want to try and do something special for that stream. So I want to think of some stuff we can do for the Emily is Away 3
Is that a
stream.
Tuesday?
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
Yeah,
So you gonna come here and stream it then?
we can.
Because Friday is my night.
Yeah, we can do that. Because like he talked to me, we were talking again, and he was like, your aim overlay is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I was like, thanks, man. Appreciate that. But now I got to figure out what I want to do for this fucking Facebook game.
Yeah, right.
So, but I wonder, I'm gonna ask, and I don't want to be this guy, but I wonder if he'll let me give away keys. See if I can't hook some people up.
You know, if he gives you a key early and we could stream it early,
Yeah, I don't want to push the boundaries too far.
then we could give away keys for the game to launch on that day.
I don't want to push the envelope too far. But
I
I just wanted it out there that the Emily is Away 3
That makes me happy because
April 16th.
I was dumbstruck with how good that game is.
So good. I love that game.
Like,
I love those games.
I saw those games and I was like, man, this game does not look like something I'd be interested in. And I'm sitting here playing and I'm like, oh, fuck, this is great.
Everything is awesome about this.
This game is so good. Man, it was so good. And I fucked it up.
Well, yeah, because you're stupid.
I wanted to fuck Sarah, not Emily.
You know, her name is Evelyn, first of all.
Evelyn, whatever.
God, remember the names of your people you're trying to bang.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No, I'm good. That was one of the only things I actually had to talk about. I was going through
Sure, hit me with it.
Reset Era's Twitter bot. Because people, when they post questions to Reset Era, and then they usually have discussions about it.
Yeah, right.
I saw two on my way over here that...
While you were driving?
no, I stopped.
Okay, good.
Stopped at Sheets, and I was like, I need fucking shit to talk about.
I need information.
Two questions popped up that I thought we could discuss, and we'll find more if we need to. And chat, if you have any...
We got 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're okay. We can finish it early, too. Podcast it is. We'll be streaming a game after this, obviously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The first question I came across was, at what point will a $70 game be justifiable? And is it already?
I don't think it's justifiable yet. Only because I don't want to pay it.
Because I just don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. I think so. My opinion on this is it's not justified until they stop producing games entirely for the last generation.
Entirely. Okay.
Yeah, so when the last PS4 game is printed and when the last Xbox One game is printed. Because they will eventually stop supporting the platform.
Well, sure.
Right? Developers will stop making games because they're not seeing as many sales on it. And they're like, look, we're just going to make things for the PS5 now. Or we're just going to make things for the Series X now. Bethesda's only going to make things for the Series X now. So, I that's to me when I will be comfortable paying it.
Okay.
Am I probably still going to have to pay it for a couple things? Yes, I'm already paying $70 for. No, I haven't paid $70 for anything.
Demon Souls?
60.
Demon Souls is 60?
$59.99.
Oh. Okay.
$59.99. Watch Dogs was $59.99, and for Phoenix Rising I got for $40.
Well, yeah, that was on sale.
It was on sale.
Yeah.
And then Cyberpunk was last gen. But what was I talking about?
$70 games justified.
$70 games justified. The first game that I will be paying $70 for is Resident Evil 8.
Okay.
And I also am spending $90 on it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I got the deluxe edition.
yeah, so did I.
I wanted that $80, not $90, $80. So I got that digital deluxe edition because
Just want the extra stuff.
just
Does
want
it come with a body pillow of Dimitrescu or whatever her name is?
it should.
I bet someone sells it already.
I would buy it.
I bet someone sells it already.
I'd buy it. You know what? We're gonna find out.
I'm kind of upset, and I don't want to see the pictures of it. And I don't want to see how anthropomorphic it is. So, but like the question I think that jarred that conversation. Yeah, the giant body pillow. It'll smother you in your sleep.
I'm okay with this.
I hate that. Like J-Star chimed in on what we're talking about, but you two chimed in on the body
Giant
pillow
body
of the
pillow.
giant woman.
Well, I knew Nerd would.
And J-Star says he's not comfortable paying $70, but they force you to do it anyway. I mean, that's what it's going to be.
So you won't have a choice, right? If you want the game, you either wait for it to go on sale, or you pay $70 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do have a lot of friends that are like, look, I don't want to spend $60 on the game. So they wait months and months and months for it to go down to like $40 and then
Right.
they pick it up. Or $20. I know a guy who waits until games are $20 to pick it up. I mean, he's like,
Damn.
I'm never going to get to play GTA 5.
GTA 5 is $20 all the time.
It's $20 all the time on PC.
I-
On consoles, it's $60 still.
Well,
The digital store is still $60.
right, but it's on sale all the time.
All the time.
Like basically every other week. Because I got it.
because they've printed money.
Yeah, I got it on the digital store, just not during a holiday or anything. It's like, yeah, GTA is on sale. It's $15. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
I
buy
got it
that.
on PC for $15.
The game that spawned that conversation is Ratchet and Clank,
The new one,
the new one.
Rift Apart.
Yeah, Rifts Apart or whatever it is. I don't know. I think it's Rift Apart.
Rift Apart.
$70 for that game?
That's not a $70 game. One, I think all the other ones were first party title priced at $40. I could be wrong about that.
I feel like the last PS3 one came out as a full price game, but no, it might have been a $40 title.
I remember those games being cheaper than every
Most
other game,
titles?
than most other titles, because most at the time,
The remake was definitely a $40.
yeah, the remake of that one was a $40 game when the movie came out.
Mm-hmm. But
And the movie game, I think, was $40 as well.
was there
There was a movie game, and then they did the remake of the first game. Because there was two that came out really close to each other.
I don't remember that. Because I thought with the remake, they put movie cutscenes in the remake, and it didn't make a lot of sense.
I don't know. I never played the original one.
Neither
so
did I.
I wouldn't know. I've seen the movie.
Oh, I didn't see the movie.
Movie's okay.
I'm not paying $70 for it.
Nice joke.
So, yeah, Ratchet and Clank for $70, kind of steep. Demon Souls was and still is $70.
Oh, well, then maybe I got the Amazon price
Do you
for
have a
it.
credit on Amazon or something, maybe?
No, Amazon. Well, Amazon sometimes does that. Buy it early, get the cheaper price.
Oh,
thing.
sure. Maybe
That's what I got because I know I only paid $60 for it because I only bought it because it was $60.
Maybe it was $69.99.
No, it's $59.
Yeah, but $70 for Ratchet and Clank seems kind of steep.
That's steep, man. $100 for a game that's only like 2
But
hours.
at this point, you got to think first party game, utilizing the PS5 to its fullest potential, probably,
More than likely.
is basically what they've shown off a big giant tech demo for the power of the console, because they're like, see what we can do with the new console and everything that the new console allows us to do, and that's why you're paying $70 for this thing, you know?
Yeah. I still can't imagine.
But you're saying you're only comfortable paying $70 for a game when they're done printing PS4 games.
Right.
That seems too late for me. Because I feel like they're going to print PS4 games for a while.
I mean, they probably will. I think this ends up being one of the longer generational bridges than previous generations. Like, I think we see PS4 and PS5 games for several years still on the majority of titles.
Yeah, it's 100
because there's such a
PS4s
large install base of the PS4.
Yeah.
Now, granted, PS5 had the largest hardware console release in history.
Remember what I said? My predictions for this year was PS5 would outsell the Switch. If there's consoles, it would.
If there's consoles, it would. I mean, they're still selling out every time they go on sale. Every single time they go on sale. We're not going to see a steady supply of these things until Christmas.
Until games are cheaper.
Until games are cheaper. Until parts are cheaper.
Are you reading JStar's thing?
Yeah, I was reading JStar. So JStar says a cartoon anime game should never be $70. That's like pricing Donkey Kong at $59.99 on Switch. I bought the Switch I bought, but no, never. That's like Kirby being $60. I wouldn't pay $70 for Crash or a Simpsons or South Park game $70.
So he's kind of quantifying it as like the type of game it is.
Or the graphics.
The graphics. I don't know that I'd put Ratchet and Clank in cartoon anime territory, but I feel like Kirby games.
I would definitely group it in there with like Crash Bandicoot and Donkey Kong.
Would I pay $70 for a Crash Bandicoot game? No, not a chance. Because I just.
How much is the new one for PS5? Is it $70 or is it $60?
I want to say.
Because they added a bunch of stuff to it.
Yeah, I want to say it's pretty expensive.
I'm going to say it's $70.
I think it might be up there because I think there's a $10 charge to upgrade your PS4 version to the PS5 version.
Activision.
Yeah.
That's just Activision. The greedy fucks.
But I think, don't the Kirby games release at 60 and Donkey Kong releases at 60? So there. South Park definitely released at 60, but
yeah.
I don't know. $70 is still steep, and it will be steep for a while. It's not going to
get comfortable ever.
Am I comfortable paying $70? No. Will I do it because I want to play those games? Yeah,
100%.
Because I have to, right? Because I want to play those games. Or I could wait. I could just do the thing where I just wait for a game to go on sale. They usually do within a month or two.
Or just hound your local GameStop because somebody's going to buy that game, beat it in a week, and trade it in.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. True. It happens every single time. Marzi's saying at that point, I would vary by your taste. I wouldn't pay $70 for most games, but if Breath of the Wild 2 comes out at $70, I'm going to throw my money at Nintendo.
If Breath of the Wild 2 comes out at $100, I'm buying 2 copies.
I'd buy it.
Yeah.
I mean, Breath of the Wild was one of the best games I've ever played, and Breath of the Wild 2, I need more of it. Just give it to me. Give me the game.
I do want it. And JStar says he remembers when games are $50. So do I.
So do I.
I think I remember the last game I bought for $50 was Republic Commando on Xbox.
What was the last game I bought for the PS2? I don't remember.
Got dumb brain.
I really don't remember.
But also, I didn't really buy too many games for the Xbox original. I had like a couple Call of Duties, a couple Halos.
I mean, the original Xbox was without.
Yeah, the NCAA, Right Stuff says NCAA 14 is out of control in the market. That's because it was the last one printed and copies are hard to get. So that's why it's $70 on the 360.
NCAA is coming back, so.
Yeah, but probably not for a while.
Not for a while.
Like 2023, they're thinking. Which is too bad because I would like to play that game today.
Do you, though?
Hell
it's just going to be Madden with college.
So, I don't know who's making it specifically, but I know the team that made the NCAA games was a smaller team that did a lot of stuff with the Madden team. I think it was still Tiburon in Florida. But those NCAA games were always superior to Madden in every way because Madden would do like cool new features and things because people wanted to buy Madden and Madden was the thing that was selling more. But NCAA would keep the formula the same and repeat it, and it was always a tighter experience. I just thought it was more fun. Plus, like with the NCAA games, it was more interactive because they actually did the stadiums that had like the school's fight songs and like the mascots and things. Where when you get to Madden, it's like, all right, well, it's just like dudes who go to football games in their 40s. They're not going to sing like fight songs for the Ravens or anything.
No,
no. They're not doing anything fun. There's no band on the field, bullshit like that. That's why NCAA was always superior to me. Also, I'm undefeated in NCAA 09 still. To to this day.
Okay.
I haven't played in years.
If you go out on top and never play again,
Yeah.
you're always on top, right?
Right. I still remember the closest game I ever had. I won 7-6.
7-6.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a tight game, dude.
It was against my college roommate, and he picked a game. He picked a team that was specifically a run-only team,
Yeah.
and he held the ball, controlled the clock. I didn't. I touched the ball twice in the game.
Wow.
I didn't score on my first possession. He scored. Oh no, because he went for two, because he didn't want me to fucking, he wanted to make it tough on me. He scored his touchdown. I got the ball back. I was like, I have to. Well, he missed the 2-point conversion. I was like, I have to fucking score here. I got like a minute left in the game.
Yeah.
Got down there, kicked the field goal, or kicked the extra point, won 7-6. Boom. What a crazy time. Anyway,
Yeah.
$70 for a game is expensive.
That's
Games are expensive. But here's another thing. It's really the AAA games that are coming out at $70. There's a lot of games that are indie games.
Yeah,
and
a
stuff.
lot of indie games are still coming out at $40, $50.
Even less than that too. Sometimes
Some
they're
of
just
them
25.
just 20, 25, yeah.
So
And a lot of those indie games, really fucking good, man.
yeah, but why waste your time on them when you can play big time budget games? I'm just kidding.
Because I don't have $70 to throw every week.
True. You could do one $70 Ratchet and Clank game, which is going to be awesome.
Is it?
Probably.
I've never really enjoyed the Ratchet and Clank
Here,
games.
I need it to be awesome.
I'm just gonna be honest.
I need it to be awesome for its Metacritic score. That's about it.
Oh, that's right. You've got it on your.
I do have it on
you
my.
got it on
I got it
your-
on my fantasy.
You got it
team.
on your fantasy team. I forgot about that.
Um,
Did you pick anything up this week? I didn't.
I haven't looked in a while.
The last thing I picked up was something.
I think I picked up Diablo 2 and
I dropped Diablo 4 and I tried to pick up Diablo 2 because I knew that was the one I said, I know you're going to try and pick this up. I've already put money on it too. We'll see who gets it. And you beat me by like $2, I think.
yeah, I think I did. Because I remember I put in a bid because I think you put $5 in on it.
I put 5 in on it.
And I put 5 in it originally. I was like,
I think
no,
you changed it to 7, didn't you?
He's going to put 5 in on it. So I put it at 6.
You put it at 6?
Just to see. Let's see.
But then
Go ahead.
I got something that I thought you were going to try and get. What was it? I don't fucking remember. Anyway.
Right Snuff says greedy corporate fat cats jacking up the game prices. Yes and no. It's yes because it's hard to argue that they need more money because they're making more money than they ever have before.
Right.
Also,
But at
they're
the same
not
time-
spending. And one more point: they're not spending enough money on developers because they're doing contract work where they can pay people less,
Yeah.
and those people are working for more hours. So it's like their margins are even wider.
Yeah.
So like CEOs are taking home like $20 million bonuses on things. What were you gonna say? And no, because games are definitely way more expensive to make, but you can still argue that they're still making money, more money than they ever have.
Video games are
So-
making more money than ever. They're the largest entertainment industry.
Yeah.
The largest entertainment industry. And they're not paying, I guess they are in some respects paying actors.
Yeah, I mean, you got
Voice actors, mocap actors.
yeah, and you got unions for those different things too. So
Yeah.
you got to keep them at a different rate
Yeah.
or a better rate. Yeah, they can thank the pandemic.
Yeah, the
for that.
pandemic definitely gave it a boost, but I mean, it was on the upwards tick of being bigger than it ever was anyway.
I can't wait for the articles to come out later this year where it's like, oh, EA's earnings are down over 2020. And they're like, well, yeah, people are doing
Back
things
out
again,
doing things.
right? Things are happening over and over. Largest entertainment, yeah, because they made more money than movies last year
And TV.
and TV, which I think everything.
I think
makes
they
more
kinda
money than
category-
TV anymore.
Yeah, right?
So yeah, it was bigger entertainment
I don't know, man.
in the world. last year.
Netflix got a show up for 10 Oscars.
What show?
What the fuck was it?
I don't think that's what it's called.
That's definitely not what it was called. It was one of those sappy drama shows.
Brighton, Bridgerton.
No,
Bringerton?
it wasn't Bridgerton.
I don't know what it's called.
Fuck was it? I don't remember.
Someone pull up the Oscar list. You don't need to do it because we're about to play a game. I got nothing else to talk about. If you want to, I mean, the only other thing I had on here was going to be a longer discussion, so we don't need to get into it.
I got nothing else.
Okay. The Gambit one, the Queen's,
Queen's
Gambit,
Gambit? No, it wasn't that one.
which is a great show.
That's what I've heard.
You know what's funny about chess? I know the rules of chess. I don't know how to play.
So I know how to play chess, but I'm not a strategist.
Well, that's what I mean. So like I know
So-
how the horse moves. I
Right.
know how the
I understand the basics of chess. Like I could probably beat you at chess.
Yeah, you could.
But like I'm 100% novice level chess player.
Yeah.
My wife, she is like really good at those kind of games. Like super because so chess is one of those games where you have to see your opponent's moves before they do. Right?
Yeah, and I don't live in the Matrix.
My wife can do that.
What?
Like I will play chess with her, and I stop playing chess with her because
smack the table.
she wins every time, and I get pissed off because I don't like to lose at games.
Well, this channel knows that.
This channel knows that.
What is your like that kind of game of choice? Like chess, checkers,
like board game of choice?
not necessarily board game because I'm not talking like Candyland or stuff like that, but like the classic classic kind of
Strategy game?
I guess.
I really don't know.
Mine's Mancala.
I like Mancala.
Mancala's mine.
Mancala's pretty good. That's a good one. So we've got a new one. It's called Deblockle.
Okay.
It sounds
I feel like this is falling under the Candyland category.
No. The name sounds stupid, but so it's a strategy game, and each player has 4 blocks, and the 6 sides of the blocks each have a different icon on it.
Okay.
All right, and the icon dictates what kind of move you can do. All right.
Sure.
And so you have a grid that the blocks sit on, and on each side of the grid, there's a star on your side and a star on my side. The goal is to get your block from your side to the opponent's star, but in order to get on the star, you have to tip the block in so the star side of the block is facing up on the star.
Okay.
That's the only way you can remove it. If you tip it into the star block any other way, it doesn't count. You have to reset it and do it again.
This kind of sounds like Sorry. I was like,
Kind
you
of.
have to roll a 6 to get out, and then you have to roll your numbers to get over there, and you can jump on people. And
That's Trouble.
right, it is. Is it?
Yeah. Trouble, you have to get a
Which
6.
one is Sorry?
Sorry is the one where you can knock other players around. So if you're coming up the path and you are going to run into the other player, it knocks the other player off the track.
Are these not the same games?
Trouble was the one where you hop around the map and you could hop over somebody. If you hopped and stopped on somebody,
Yeah.
they got
I
sent
think
back.
that's also Sorry.
Is that Sorry as well?
I think they're the same game.
Trouble's the one that has the popper in the middle.
I think that's Sorry.
I've only played Sorry like one time.
I don't know the difference between the two anymore. Are they the same game by different companies?
Maybe. Somebody clarify.
Because yeah, you have to get out of your spot.
So Sorry's the one that has the little...
Yeah, so is Trouble.
No, Trouble has the little shoes that your pin jumps in. So the Trouble map is only like this big. The Sorry is a full-size game board.
Yeah,
Hungry Hippos,
but
man.
you go around in your circle.
Yeah, so you have to
go around and get back to your base.
So you got the bubble here.
Yeah,
You got the 4 points coming off the bubble, and then you have the ring around that.
yeah.
And then your base is on the outside of the ring at the edge of the corner of the map.
Now let me ask you this: what game are you describing right now?
Trouble.
That's Sorry.
That's Trouble. It's Trouble. So
I don't know.
So you get your 6 characters.
Okay.
You get your 6 little people, right?
This is Sorry.
This is Trouble.
Pull it up. Pull it up on the podcast. See, Marzi said I've never played Trouble, but the way you explain it sounds like Sorry. Yeah. And then the right stuff chimes in with Hippie Hippos was my jam. Okay, that's not what we're talking about.
All right, so this is Sorry.
Yeah.
This is Sorry.
No, go back. Go
Oh,
back
wait,
to those
right.
images. Pull it up for the kids.
All right, hold on. Let's just put it over here and do this one. So this is Sorry right
Uh-huh.
here, okay?
Yeah. That's Trouble.
That's where you that's where you roll a dice,
Okay.
okay? Trouble is this one,
We're going to buy it on eBay.
where you have the different colored pegs, and you put your 4 pegs on the outside edges here. Shit. I just want to see the images.
Yeah, that's the top row is shopping there. There you go. Yeah, that's fine.
So this one. So you got your 4 pieces here. You pop a 6.
Uh-huh.
You go to the start button, then you work your way around. So if you get to this spot and there's a green one here,
Yeah.
and you stop on that spot, it sends the green guy back to the beginning.
That's the same rule as Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, so these are the same game.
I didn't know that.
Pull up. Where's that sorry board? Did we get rid of it?
Here, let's do this.
New tab. Yeah, it's the rules are the same for the two games. This is blowing my mind.
I've never owned Sorry, so
No, that's the shopping.
it's the shopping thing again.
So yeah, so it's the same thing. You go around the board, and if you're green,
So your characters start here.
you have to roll a certain number to get out of there.
Yeah.
And then if you come up to red here and stop on their square, they go back to their starting.
but
spot.
only if they're standing there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. You have to land on them.
Yeah,
to send them back.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you have to get all your characters home to the little home, the
You have to come back here
and roll
if
the exact amount to get in there.
Yeah, so like you roll, so you're sitting here on this dot,
Yeah.
and you roll a 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yep.
and your character has to stop there.
You can also roll a 3 again and get them to the, or 2 to get to the stop, because you have to fill out that whole thing.
Yeah, so you stop here. Your next one, if you roll a 2, you can move him up to,
Or you can move another green one.
or you can move somebody else up
Yeah.
to it. But you have to be able to get all 5 players
Yeah.
on the board.
They're the same game.
That's the same game. I didn't know this.
I had no idea.
I didn't know this.
I think we've cracked the code. I think we're about to steal the Declaration of Independence. Like,
That's a Nick Cage reference.
are these made by the same people?
Sorry is made by.
Hasbro.
Is it? Yeah, Hasbro,
is
right
that
down
right?
there. Okay, and Trouble, Hasbro.
I can't believe they did it to us. They sold us the same game twice.
They bamboozled us.
They-
We've been bamboozled.
Oh yeah, Marzi.
You want to play
exactly what
Trouble?
it
Is Sorry okay?
It's the Coke and Pepsi of the board game world.
Yeah, it's literally the Coke and Pepsi.
Let's play Trouble. Ooh, I only play Sorry. I'm sorry. I guess the difference is Sorry has 5 pieces. Trouble has 4. Trouble's for babies. That's what I'm saying.
Basically,
Yeah.
Trouble has a little Pop-O-Matic in it.
So you don't lose the dice.
So you don't lose
Baby
the dice.
game. It's just for babies. That's the podcast, everybody. We're gonna play a game. Well, Nine, what are we gonna play?
I don't know yet.
Are Trouble and Sorry the same game? It's literally the first result. You gotta go to all now.
I am. Parcheesi are all essentially
What's
the same.
Parcheesi?
Oh, Parcheesi?
Is it? Let me ask. Let me guess. Do you have to go around in a circle and you can land on things?
Apparently. Shower thoughts. This could be dangerous.
And Pollyanna. I don't know what that is.
Fuck is Poly? I've never heard of
That's
Pollyanna.
like Polly Pocket.
I've heard of Parcheesi.
They're the same.
Cheesy Parcheesi?
I like that this person started off. Not exactly.
But they follow a similar setup. They both play by chance, so yeah, in a way they are, but slightly different.
Fuck you. They're the same. Say they're the same. Anyway, I'm done with this. Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, how do you start a fucking... It's like saying no, but yes.
Well, no, but actually, yes.
So stupid.
The internet is stupid.
We're playing a game.
Say goodnight to the kids, Gage.
Well, I gotta say, chat, hang out. Don't hit
press
that
that
button.
button.
Oh my god. Chat, we're hanging out and playing a video game now. Not sure what we're playing yet. We're gonna figure it out here soon. Podcast people, thank you for listening on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, YouTube Music. Again, the show is live on Mondays. Hang out with the chat. Of course, we read a lot of chat tonight, so make sure you're here next Monday. We'll talk about more video game things.
Say goodnight to the kids, Gage.
Good night, kids.